Well, it's time to play, and it's still Christmas season. You see the snow still falling, and Santa hat's still on, although you may not get this video until just a bit after the Christmas season. So this is probably our last Christmas episode, so to speak. But today, what we want to do is we're going to try to do 3 project assembly parts. The assembly director, the magnetic field generator, and the thermal propulsion rocket for project assembly. So with those 3 items, we're going to go ahead and build the manifolds for there. We've got to build another manifold for an electromagnetic control rod that goes in one of those pieces. So with those 3, we're going to go ahead and start working on getting phase 4 completed. So that's kind of the focus today. In order to do that, we're going to have to bring water up to the mega factory. We're going to have to build a cooling system manifold. I think we started on that yesterday. We got the blenders set out, but we didn't really get anything else set out for that. We need to build the turbo motor manifold, and we unlock, then at that point we can also unlock particle enrichment, which is the last milestone in tier 8. So exciting episode, and hopefully, you know, by the time we're done, hopefully we'll get all that work done. So let's get on to building that assembly director system. And we just built a new floor. I'm gonna go up the ladder here. Whoops, see if I can get through here. Okay. Now we just built a new floor over this one. And over that one. And now I think we've got a brand new fresh floor up here to use. And you can see we don't have a roof on it yet, but in the live stream yesterday, we started getting things put together and getting work done. But we've got all this floor space to go ahead and put a new manifold in here. So I'm going to go ahead and come on up here. We only need an assembler manifold for the assembly director system. It is a project assembly part. Then it's used late in tier 9, used for another part that is, more advanced than I can remember. So we'll go ahead and just start building out the manifold here, and I'll turn it back on when we get that manifold up and running. All right, so at this point we have the assemblers now turning out the assembly director system. Notice that we're a little bit underfunded yet with product because the supercomputers are coming up slowly. We're working on that issue. And the adaptive control unit, what we did is we put in a 2 manufacturer manifold line over here, putting out adaptive control units. Now we got full boat on all the things we need there. So it's going to turn out 1 per minute for the adaptive control unit. So it'll fill up here pretty quick while we resolve the issue on the supercomputers coming up. So we'll start turning those out a little bit, and the output to these right here on either side, we're going to have to figure out where we want them to go down, and that's why I haven't hooked the output lines up yet. But at this point, I don't see any backups out of these last couple yet. So, we'll still wait for things to start coming out of these machines, because they're still working on getting filled up. So soon we'll have the assembly director unit system building. So now we need to move on to building the electromagnetic control rod for the magnetic field generators. I'm going to start working on that manifold line, and I'll show that off as soon as we get those things connected, and we'll come right back on. See you in a moment. So what it looks like we need, let's go look. Electromagnetic control rod. We need a manufacturer for that. The electromagnetic control rod, we need only an assembler. So we need stators and AI limiters for that. And hey, I think that one will be fairly easy to do. We'll just make an assembler manifold line and get those started. Well, so far we've had a boatload of troubles. The troubles have been that we're expanding the factory. We need more product, and we keep chasing down more things to improve the throughput so that we get more green sticks over here instead of yellow sticks. A lot of our factory is starved. Like, for example, we're starved for AI limiters, for example. And when we look for AI limiters, we're finding that we have to go upstream to a lot of different other products that are being starved out of certain factories. And because of their being starved out of certain factories, we're having to chase down why. So we're having to go to the point of we need more Caterium. That means we needed to go update and find another mine for Caterium. And we went and found another mine, put a Mark III miner on it, and now it's just the logistic problem of getting it to the factory and getting the new ingots plugged in to make more Caterium. Firewire? No, that's an Apple term. Quick wire, and on and on. So that's the kind of thing we're struggling with and fighting with. I've made the electromagnetic control rods so that I can make the electromagnetic field generator. But as you can see, my line to make it is starved of AI limiters, so we're working up line to get that. So, long story short, is this episode is taking a very, very long time to put together because we got to repair a lot of other issues. And so we're having all kinds of fun running around trying to do all those things. So the next thing is to make the electromagnetic field generator, but I've got to have some electromagnetic rods in order to put it in there. So we're going to be chasing things around for a while. So look forward to seeing you as soon as we get more of that done. And if you liked the episode up to this point and the challenges that we've shown you and talked about, I hope you hit that like button and come and join us more. And we'll look forward to seeing you again. Thanks. Well, it's time to play again. And you remember as we ended our last episode, we were fixing problem after problem after problem. So we got very little actually done. We finally did set the line for the director system, assembly director system. That's kind of an odd name. We'll see what it does when we send it up to the space elevator. But so basically, we're in a situation where we have to finish the electromagnetic control rod manifold. Once we've completed it, but we need to get that product now down to the mall and where just get the mechanics below the floor, all hooked up. And then when we do so, next thing we're going to do is make the magnetic field generator. Now, we have a lot of other things to do. We'll see how far we get as we look at, trying to fix production issues, because the factory is getting larger and sometimes it's a little hard to dog down those production issues that slow you down. So let's go get those magnetic control rods going where they need to and get the next line started. So we'll see you when I get that done. I'll show it to you. Okay, we've been working really hard to get things taken care of here, and we're now to the point where we're creating the batteries, and they're going down to where they need to go. And this is creating the electromagnetic control rods, and they are in the mall and they are in the dimensional depot just fine. At this point, you see that we've got quite a manifold here of 8 machines, and you don't see a whole lot happening here. So we've got some production problems with the AI limiter that we're going to have to solve later. But the thing is, we've got enough electromagnetic control rods to begin making the next part. And that is a little bit further down the way over here. Okay, the versatile framework plus the electromagnetic rods makes the magnetic field generator. So we've got magnetic field generators being built here. The next thing I need to do is to connect those and start sending those downstairs for Robert to hook up to the mall and the dimensional depot. I've not done that yet. The outputs are still sitting here idle, but you can see we've got magnetic field generators just sitting there waiting and ready to go to their next destination. So that's pretty cool. And so that's the level that we've done there. I want to show you the next thing, because the next thing is really, really cool, because the next thing we need to build is the cooling system. And so in order to do that, we had to bring water to the inside of the factory, which we had never done before. We had used some pipes in this factory for the hydrogen. So we packaged the hydrogen in one location, unpackaged it here in the factory, and then we unpackaged it to be used here in this manifold and others. So if we go over here, in order to make the next item, we need blenders. So we got a row of 3 blenders here. Haven't even powered them up yet. So I've been working on that. We need water, nitrogen gas to make this cooling system. And so to make the cooling system, we also need rubber and the heat sinks, which we were making somewhere else. What I need to do is I need to hook up the rest of the conveyors for these. Robert will bring the products up here, and you can see I need to re-put the door in there. Okay, good. The door is in there, and it looks like there are the heat sinks. So way cool. Robert's got me a line of the heat sinks there, and he's working on the rubber, so I'll just deal with the heat sinks at the moment. I think what I'll do is I'll bring them over to this side, and I'll just pump them in over the pipes, and then by doing so I'll just put lifts on these over here and bring them on into the machine. So I need to come on up here, and I need to put some lifts on here, and let's face them this way. Let's put this first one about here, and I'll put the next one a couple ticks higher. So want to see how high I made them, kind of match them up. Okay. Now, today's the day after Christmas that we're recording this, and boy, Christmas is always the holiday. It's just a lot to do and a lot of fun to be had. So we played a lot of games and had fun with family. Have more family coming in on Friday, so that would be tomorrow based on when I'm recording this. And then we'll be kind of having the last of our Christmas with that family. But that part of the family, of course, is the one that's also building the house. So I suppose a little bit of effort will be put into the house also. So looks like I've got all those lined up just nice. And so we'll be working on the house. Potentially we'll be working on the studio. We'll be filming. Robert will be editing. We're kind of getting back in the full swing of things before New Year's. So had a lot of fun. And so now we're kind of back to filming and making the next episode. So as soon as I get the 2 items hooked up here, we'll fire off those blenders, get them powered up, and I'll come back after we get that part of it done. So see you in a few. All right, we've been working hard here, and now we've got the manifold made of 3 blenders that are making the cooling system. So the cooling system, the last couple things we needed with the heat sink and the rubber, we were able to get those from the mall and bring them up to the main floor, to this floor where the manifold is. All we need to do now is power it up and see them start functioning. Don't have the outputs connected up yet, so we'll do that. The output is only the cooling system itself, so we're not going to have to worry about the fact that a blender also has the output for liquids or gases. We will go ahead and bring the power over, and I'm going to bring it over from that power pole there, and I'm going to put a nice power pole here. And bring the wire here to there. Now I can power up all 3 of these. And okay, you see products start going in there. Don't see much happening with the pipes. but you can see they quickly filled up with the heat sinks on this side, and the rubber is filling up on that side. So let's take a look and see. And it says there's 2 cooling systems sitting in the machine, filled up with heat sinks, and it's working on filling up with rubber. It's got plenty of water, and it's got plenty of nitrogen gas as well. So it's going to keep on making 6 per minute here, and I'll quickly work to get the manifolds hooked up to outbound conveyor belts. So let's string it from there, and I'm going to make it a right turn, and I want to bring it out there. That's enough. And now I can go ahead and put a merger on here. I'm going to merge right to here, and boom, and merge there. Hit the control key to get it in place. And let's put some conveyors there, and a conveyor there. Okay, now all 3 machines should be outputting. We also have a good number of cooling systems sitting there on the conveyor that are going to be soon ready to put in the next component. So we are well on our way. Of course, the cooling system, the fused frame, and the turbo motors are all part of the particle enrichment section, and components of those go into completing phase 4 as well. So we're well on our way to unlocking particle enrichment and then completing phase 4 as well. So things are getting exciting to get to a level that I've never been before. And that is just the exciting part of Satisfactory. They seem to be keeping up with me on inventing new content, which some of our subscribers have expressed that they've been through that new content, which that's exciting. I like their advice, I like their help and their tips. So we'll keep on moving forward, and I'll show you the next thing when we get the next component built. See you in a few. All right, boy, we've done a lot of work. Things have really come together. Did finish the line for the cooling system, and I worked on collecting a bit of product too, because what I want to do now is I want to go unlock the milestone particle enrichment that you see up in the upper right hand corner. I've collected enough in my bags to go do that, and let's go see what that unlocks, because it probably unlocks quite a few cool things that we can then use to go further. So here we go, and there's the hub, and there's the red button, and let's punch the red button. New parts,
Milestone
new resources.
Reached. Project part number 9, nuclear pasta, can be created in the particle accelerator. The accelerator has vast and fluctuating power demands, depending on the recipe, so will need careful integration with your factory.
Oh, man.
Fix-It does not waste, so nuclear waste can be refined by the particle accelerator into plutonium for reuse in the nuclear power plant. Fun fact. Fix-It psychologists suggest factory designs reflect the minds of their creators in unexpected ways. On an unrelated note, your infrastructural choices have been interesting.
Thanks, I think. All right, so the freighter is off, taking that up there, and let's see what it unlocked. Particle enrichment unlocked a bunch of stuff. The pressure conversion cube, the nuclear pasta that Ada talked about, plutonium pellets, and plutonium fuel rods, all kinds of different things. We'll have to explore what all those things do, but in order to explore more and get to tier 9, we have to complete, phase 4. So the next thing we'll be working on is the phase 4 items that are up in the top. Now we have the magnetic field generator already done. The rocket, we've got all the products for the rocket, thermal propulsion rocket, which we can do. So it's not like we can't make the first three on the list. Nuclear pasta is now the newest thing, where we need the particle accelerator, which is a new building we haven't built before. So there'll be a lot of exploration and a lot of, experimenting to figure out exactly what we do next to get phase 4 completed. But hey, we've gotten a good episode out of here. We're able to unlock a lot of things and build a lot of different parts and items in this episode, because we didn't run into the typical roadblocks that we ran into in part 1 of unlocking this level and getting to the point where we can start completing phase 4. So we were able to pack more in this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button, become a member, and enjoy our members server and the members Discord. Become a subscriber, and just join us on Discord for basic discussion and sharing your builds with everybody else. And we showcase them every public live stream that we have. So hey, we have a lot of fun here, and we're begging for other people to come join us and have fun with us. So look forward to seeing you again. Thanks.